As you get settled in your new home in America, there are certain things you should know to keep you and your family safe. We'll be taking you through different household safety measures so that your adjustment to living in the United States is as easy as possible. This is the USCRI Des Moines Safety Orientation video. We'll begin with household safety, doors and windows. Every home has multiple doors marking the entrance and exit to each room. To open any door, you must turn the knob to the right and either push or pull to open it. Always remember to close the door behind you. Be sure to do this quietly so you don't disturb your neighbors. Remember to lock your front door, especially at night. If you are inside, do this by twisting the lock near the door handle. It's also important to lock your front door anytime you leave the apartment. To do this, use the metal keys given to you by your case manager. Insert the key and twist the lock. You can check to make sure it's locked by trying to open the door yourself. If you can't open it, you know it is locked. You will use this same key to unlock your door when you enter your apartment. Again, always remember to close the door behind you. When you go to lock the front door at night, also lock your windows. This is for your own safety. Many apartments are not on the ground level, and some have balconies or decks. While this is an enjoyable feature, it also presents dangers, especially for young children. Evaluate the safety of your balcony or deck and check if the railings are high enough to keep a child safe. Now, let's talk about water safety.
Now you can turn it off.
Your apartment will come with running water. This can be used for washing your hands, doing the dishes, and bathing. Be sure to turn off every faucet when you are not using it. Doing this avoids wasting water and saves you money. Also make sure that you don't have any faucets that drip even when you turn them off. If you do, let your case manager know. Now, let's review what we've covered so far. We are going to see how well you are paying attention. We will show you an image and ask you a question, and you can respond out loud what you think the answer is. The first question is, what is this device and how do you use it? Talk it over with someone next to you. This is a lock. It is used for keeping doors and windows secure. Question number 2. You notice that your faucet is dripping. What should you do? Talk it over with someone next to you. First, try turning off the faucet. If this doesn't work, talk to your case manager about getting it fixed. Let's continue with kitchen safety. Your apartment or house will come with a refrigerator and a freezer. It is important to keep the doors to this appliance closed when not in use so that food stays cold. If you leave these doors open, it will cost you money and spoil the food. These are used to store foods that must be kept cold for long periods of time. This keeps food fresh and safe to eat. The fridge keeps things cold but not frozen. For example, milk. The freezer keeps things frozen and at much colder temperatures. For example, meat and frozen vegetables. Be careful when handling dishes because many of them may be breakable. Stack them carefully when you put them away so that you don't chip or crack your dishware. If you drop a dish on the floor and it breaks, be sure to clean it up and dispose of it in the trash right away. Each member of your family will be given a knife, fork, and spoon. These utensils are used for eating. Make sure that any time you use a knife to cut food, that it is done on a cutting board, which will also be provided for you. This will prevent any damages to your countertop or utensil. You will also be provided with a can opener. To use it, clamp down on the edge of the can, hold the handle tight, and turn the dial clockwise all the way around the top of the can. Use this tool for cans of soup, vegetables, or any other type of metal can. Your kitchen will come with plenty of storage space for all of your household goods. There are overhead cabinets for dishes, drawers for utensils, and lower cupboards for cleaning supplies or a wastebasket. It is important that you keep kitchen items in place and cupboard doors closed when not in use. This is for your and others' safety when in the kitchen. It is time for our next review session. Question number 1. You see that your fridge door is open and nobody is using it. What should you do? Talk it over with someone next to you. When you're not using the fridge, always be sure to close the door. Question number 2. How should you handle your dishes in the kitchen? Talk it over with someone next to you. Be careful when handling dishes because many of them may be breakable. Stack them carefully. If you do break a dish, the pieces may be sharp. Be sure to clean it up and dispose of the pieces right away. Next is microwave safety. If your apartment or house comes with a microwave, it will look similar to this. This appliance is for cooking things quickly at a high temperature, for example, heating up leftover food. Most dishes should be covered before putting them in the microwave to avoid making a mess inside the appliance. Cover the dish with wax paper or a paper towel. After the dish is covered, place it in the microwave, close the door, and press the numbers on the keypad to determine how long the dish will cook. Press the start button to begin cooking. When the microwave starts beeping, you know the dish is finished cooking. Open the microwave and remove the dish when finished. Don't forget to use protective hand gear, like a pot holder, because dishes are often very hot. Here are some examples of microwave-safe bowls. Glass and ceramic dishes are usually the best choices for the microwave because they won't melt or damage the appliance. Wood, metal, and plastic dishes are not microwave safe because they can melt, burn the food, or damage the microwave. Be sure to avoid using these when heating up food in the microwave. Never put metal utensils inside the microwave. Doing so could severely damage the appliance and even start a fire in your microwave. There are a few other things you should keep in mind when cooking with your microwave. If you remove a dish before the timer is out, there will still be time left on the clock. As you can see, there is still time left on the display. For example, this display says 42, meaning there will still be 42 seconds left of cooking time after you press start. If you want to get rid of this extra time, press the clear button. After you press clear, the screen should look like this. Make sure you never press start if there is nothing in the microwave. Do not try and run the clock down to 0 with an empty microwave. Doing this could start a fire. Now, it's time for review. Which of these sets of bowls is microwave safe? Talk it over with someone next to you. The top set of bowls is microwave safe. These dishes are ceramic and glass, which means they won't melt or damage the appliance. Question number 2. What is wrong with this picture? Talk it over with someone next to you. Never put metal in the microwave. It can damage the appliance and put you and your family in danger by starting a fire. Now, let's talk about stovetop safety. Your apartment or house will come with a stove that is essential for cooking. The top part has burners that you can place pots and pans on. And the inside is called the oven, which you can use to bake. To use the oven, make sure the dial or button on the stove is set to bake. The temperature dial corresponds to each side of the stovetop. Every dial will indicate which burner it turns off and on. For example, this stove shows 4 dots that represent the 4 burners on the stovetop. This dial has the lower left dot shaded in, meaning it controls the lower left burner on the stove. Although the stove is a very useful appliance, it also presents certain dangers. Stoves have the potential to start fires in your kitchen if they are left unattended. It is critical that you never leave the stove on when it is not in use. If you leave a pot on the stove when you are not in the room, it could boil over and even start a fire. Remember, always make sure you turn the stove off before you leave the kitchen. Let's talk about some other stove safety tips. If a pan is left on the stove, it will be very hot. You can only place a hot pan on certain surfaces. It is not okay to put a hot pan on the floor. Doing this will damage the floor of your apartment or house and cost you unnecessary repairs. To avoid damaging any surfaces, make sure you place something heat-proof like a cloth or ceramic tile underneath the hot pan. This will prevent any burn damages.